It also helps if I unmute my mic. So, LeMagicians versus Emrys Esports. Sorry if you just had a little bit of an explanation, but in my infinite wisdom, noticed my mic was muted. I know.
Watch it not have been muted, and then you muted it again because you
just remute now. I could see the audio levels. So everything's gonna be okay.
Is it? Is it really?
It's all gonna be just fine.
This match should be interesting. A little bit more interesting than some of the most recent ones we've had in terms of least.
What's the league saying? Yeah, I'll turn him up. He's not his usual volume, so.
I don't know why. That's weird. I haven't changed it. Anyway, 4-0 for LeMagicians, and Emrys is 3-1. So I mean, obviously, Magicians is playing for that 5-0, keeping the win streak alive, just like Commando is as well. I think if they win this, they're going to be 15 points in the league. That'd put them in a secured second/first, then become tied for first spot, really. To be honest, there's a few teams in this division which, it doesn't surprise me there's a lot of undefeated teams, or at least there's like some really decisive undefeated teams, like 5-0, 4-0. We've got some teams in here that are 0-7. Hypnotic Academy 1-6. Obviously, I know Hypnotic. However, I think the Academy team has pulled out, so that probably could be why their record's quite bad. DDD is currently 2-4, which is it's a weird mix of like having really good teams in your division and also having a mix of like relatively average teams. So you've got the average teams going against the really good ones, and then they're just losing because obviously the skill difference. Kind of a little bit like watching a mixed team versus a real team. But yeah.
So, are you able to join?
I don't even have the IP. Okay, I need to. I think. Which server is it? Is it server 1 or is it?
Yeah, it should be.
Server 1 GOTV should be. I've just got the connect for it. I'll try and use it. Let me.
It's the one that I've just gathered.
Yeah. For me, it just doesn't even load me in. It takes me back straight to the main menu. Oh wait. It's gonna do it. Doesn't look like it's gonna do it, but I'll let you know if it changes. Hang on. Oh, what is that tweet I'm seeing? Oh, please stop it.
What?
Battle Royale games like Fortnite and PUBG have already revolutionized video games. What about the competitive scene now? No.
No, it can stay the way it is, thank you.
Just leave it where it is. Don't come here, please. I beg. For me, it's...
Add building to CSGO.
Huh?
We can add building to CSGO.
Oh, dude, just do Fortnite mixed with CS. Just imagine in CS, you can start building little platforms to get above things.
Port and up.
Yeah, literally. Wait, why is it... As soon as we start casting, someone wants to fire their bloody helicopter above my house. Fuck off. We're good. Right.
Hey, it's family show.
Just failed after 30 retries, and you're lagging a little bit.
I think it's because I was changing to windowed. I don't know why that would affect anything.
No, okay. Bad password. Maybe we need the password for the set? That'd be weird. I'll try again. It's not looking like I'm going to be able to get in.
I'll see if I can get in touch with one of the players, get the GOTV. If anyone knows one of the players, they can type status in console, and they should be able to get the GOTV port in there. That being said, I do like to do a bit of my own work, so let's see if I can grab someone.
A bit of my homework, not all of it.
I do occasionally do the own thing myself, you know.
Well, you kind of got to. Do you want to know why you have to do it yourself? Yeah.
No, I think the admin's gonna grab it for me. So I think I'm gonna struggle to find a player without getting Steam IDs and converting Steam IDs and and
Yeah.
it's just bare effort.
Yeah. God, there's some really like doom and gloom ads on Twitch. Sheesh. Anyway, yeah, it's weird. Let me see if I can. I mean, I'm gonna do that command again. It's giving me the same one. See if maybe if I can retry it again. See if it lets me now. It's the same IP and stuff, so I don't know why it would change. This is weird. This is really, really weird. Usually, we just connect straight in. Is there an issue with the GeoTV servers then?
No, all the ports were wrong. There was one that was supposed to be set for a specific one yesterday. We tried to connect from when I did my solo cast, trying to connect to it, just load into an empty dust 2, and I managed to get in just before the knife round because it was on a different port.
So we could be on a.
Yeah, admin's getting it for me anyway. So, LeMagicians, Emrys Esports. Whereabouts are LeMagicians in the league in terms of placing?
Who? LeMagicians?
Yeah.
Second,
and Emrys Esports? Fourth. Win
4-0 for Magicians, 3-1 for Emrys.
Could go either way.
I mean, well, yeah, in a way. It for me, it's more about who the teams are, who they played in the past. I mean, because like I said, there's some teams in here are 0-7. And 1-6 and stuff, so you got to kind of think maybe that's fed into some of these wins. Not all of them, obviously. I'm not implying that any of these have got an easy win. I'm just saying, obviously, for me, the wins might not mean as much depending on who they've played. For instance, if Magicians have beat Commando and that's why they're 4-0, then that's an impressive win. You know, that sort of thing.
It depends. Might have had just some defaults, for example.
Yeah, exactly. It's.
I mean, most in the leagues probably had a default against Hypnotic Academy if they're in that. Are they in that league?
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably had a default against them.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Anyone know if LeMagicians are good? Well, I mean, if they're 4-0, I imagine they are. I don't think you would be 4-0 if you were just average, to be honest. They're in the league, I think, against the previous tournament winners, so or in the division, I should say, with the people that previously won. So I imagine they are at least. I imagine they are good. I think everyone so far that we've casted, barring one or two teams, have been really good.
Oh
right,
gosh. Yeah. Okay. We need to hop in because this for some reason has started.
You need to give me the because I don't have.
Yeah, I'll send you it through. So a little bit of confusion there. We're going to get you into the game as soon as possible, despite the fact it has already started. So I do apologise about that one. Just do need to get my co-caster in, and we shall begin. That is not the right one. There you go. Connect to that for me. Let me know as soon as you're in. That being said, I will switch it over to the game.
Right, you've sent it to me. Yeah, there we go. Right, I am going to have to mute my mic just real quick as as there is a helicopter flying directly above my house, and I can't imagine the wonderful people of RDYUP. I'd love to hear a helicopter. I will be right back.
Anyway, as we can see, we are already into the second round. Emrys are going to take it. Nice early start to this one. I just need to make a slight change there. Awesome. So, looks like LeMagicians managed to take the pistol round, but that being said, Emrys gonna pick up the second round, managing to take an AK-47 from the tees as well. Could be quite important in this round. So I do apologise for being slightly late in their speed. Do see a couple of the tees moving towards B site. As we've got Krim gonna hold himself in mid, possibly try and catch out the any mid push that we do see. Nimster's going to keep the T's at bay temporarily. Smoke's probably going to keep there, and even so, it's actually going to... Looks like it is going to push them back. That being said, Caruzi going to stick around for the moment, and could be a bit of a tricky one if the T's do want to go mid. That's where that AK is holding at the moment. Bomb going to stay at B site. Dixis to throw a smoke. It's going to solo entry onto A site. Not too sure as to why that one is, but it has forced a rotation and could certainly work in the favour of LeMagicians here. Nimster, UMP in hand, manages to pick up one, gets taken down. Just try and push on site. Speed gonna trade it out and get another kill. Flug jumps down like an assassin. Not quite looking the right way, but Crim gonna clean it up. Second round for Emrys.
Yeah, he's doing really well right now. He's 4-0. He's pulling out all the stops. Sorry, we had a helicopter, then we had an ice cream van. So
So Emry's making their side up of Crim, Milky, Flug, Speed, and Nimster. While we've got LeMagicians with Exertion, Travish, Pivot, Dixis, and Caruzi. We are going to see Caruzi now. He's boosted himself up and he's making his way mid. Gets caught out completely by Flug. Decides that he will not be a part of this round today, and Flug could quite easily get Travish if he decides to push. But just as we do that, we do see a little bit of an aggression there. And Flug's wondering quite where the T's are going to come from. And it looks like we are going to see them push out onto B, and Nimster with the UMP could get completely overwhelmed here.
He does only have a UMP, so he does need to make something really happen here.
Well, it's a really important Molotov, but does get taken down, and Flug. I've seen him, he can hit shots with the ult, but just as I was about to say, that gets taken down by Dixis and Milky. M4 in hand. Some of his team holding low money here, so possibly able to force the next round up, so might want to go for it. But the prize of an AWP, a little bit too worth it. Manages to get Travish, great turn.
Good game sense, that's someone to push in there. I mean, obviously they were shooting him from behind, but you had to think about turning around there.
Milky's giving away his position. Oh, another great shot from Milky though. Still standing in CT. And it looks like he's going to manage to take this one away as we see the scores tie up to 2-2.
Yeah, really good job by the Magicians right there. Obviously, just to get really aggressive on that site, isolating the UMP player. I did a really good job.
So, as we line up to 2-2, because we didn't quite have the start we expected, we usually do get chat predictions. So anyone in chat at the moment, if you've got a prediction on where this is going to go, who's going to take it, we'd love to hear it. Let us know who you're rooting for. Big Emrys presence on A here, and we do see a few little Magicians players also in A main. And Exertion.
Oh. Wow.
Time to get some frags on the pistol players. Could get a few more here. That being said, Milky managing to pick up an AK-47, and Emrys now starting to look a little bit more threatening in this round.
Gonna be all on Milky here just to hold down his events, get the info for his team. He's gonna see bomb.
If they push this fast, this could be interesting. And this break. Oh, probably could have got a lot more there, but I think just a little bit too behind with the spray. Flug and Nimster gonna come from the same direction here. Oh, probably not best to stack up here. Caruzi taking advantage of what was probably not the smartest idea.
Yeah, no, I mean, to be fair, that was just a really good shot by him. Right now, the Magicians are just hitting shots. I mean, especially there in A main as well. I mean, I know the two CZ players, but still, it was some some two really good shots. And at the moment as well, I mean, Flood with that AWP shot, I should say, it's really good for that A pick.
And big presence here. All the Magicians.
Oh,
Pivot. Going ham.
It's not looking good for Emrys right now.
Dixie should really be winning that one. Didn't have the jump onto Speed. Probably going to have to give this one up now. Speed, you're living very dangerously there. Dixie's waiting to pounce. Does eventually get the kill, leaving Nimster on his own on the B site, far away from where his team need him to be at the moment. 1 versus 4. Maybe worth saving in this scenario. Does have full utility, as well as an M4.
And the kit and armor. I mean, all of it plays a factor into his economy.
Yeah, essentially it's more, you know, you can think of just the M4, but if you add up everything else he's purchased as well, you've probably got, you know, roughly, what would you add that up to? Probably about 5,000-ish. Looks like he's going to be able to bring that over into the next round, though. None of the LeMagicians players going to quite make it over there.
Yeah, I mean, solid round so far from Magicians. I mean, right now they're aggressive plays into mid and just onto pretty much every site they've been on. It's just been really overpowering Emrys right now, so they need to think of a response, just get the info, I guess, and try and hold off using their utility a little bit better.
This could be pretty poor here if LeMagicians play this fast. Nimster's going to be the only one, and we've got a free B site now for the LeMagicians squad. They're going to be able to walk straight onto it.
There's guaranteed bomb down, bomb money. The pistol player's going to have to make a rush. I mean, this is good as over, really, in my opinion. Crim's on a USB. We've only got 3 pistols, really worth noting. So, not looking good for Emrys in this round. Maybe just trying to save a rifle if possible, get an exit frag.
Yeah, I think, you know, probably the best just to group up in a specific area, just try and play for these exits, but it looks like they are going to go for it, and that's potentially could be disastrous for them. That being said, Flug's going to take one down. This leaves Speed, P250 in hand, probably looking to join Crim with some improved weaponry. And it looks like we are going to see the Magician squad even exit from the same angle. And Speed is going to need to hit a shot here if they decide to come out this way. Pivot just going to take him down, and Crim could get caught into action here. Round just going to end. Had that mental timer in my head there, knew it was safe.
Yeah, a bit of a weird play with from Nimsters there, in my opinion. I mean, he's the only one with a rifle and just got really aggressive into the smoke. And I mean, obviously, he might not have known they were all there, but still, you know, you're running rifle, you're really trying to stay alive. And Tavish with a really great mistake.
Yeah, bit of a poor start there for Emrys, losing a lot of players very unexpectedly. Probably wise to see a couple of players now moving over to the A site. Milky holding this one in a very dangerous area. And Speed, it's all onto him. He's got players coming from all different sides of him. Needs to be on his toes and does get taken down. Showing himself to that highway. And Nimster.
Yep, all up to their previous only round. Not going to be able to do anything there. I mean, right now, in my opinion, Tavis is a person completely on a mission with that AWP just to get some control. And that mid pick was great. It did get responded to, but I mean, it didn't really matter in the end. Managed to pick up some really good frags that run with the AWP and get his team control overall.
Yeah, so Emrys now just going to get their extra player here. Running on low money, and Speed's purchased a CZ, so it looks like we are going to see a bit of an investment here for Emrys. Not going to go all the way down, but could certainly affect them going forward.
Okay, it has to be said. I've noticed people talking about it in chat, and I'm gonna say it as well. The head armor here, you're a CT. Like, you're going against AKs. The head armor is useless. You don't need to be spending the extra, the extra money on getting the head armor. Just buy half armor with your pistols. You're probably not going to be able to do much this round with them anyway, unless obviously Magicians play awful. Sounds like it's actually going to be an A push here, and we've got some aggression. But this head armor is, in my opinion, is a bad buy.
Lots for Flug to do. Does get taken down pretty quickly. Pushing up highways, got Milky by his side, but there's just Emrys players falling all over the place, and Nimster should be adding to that now. Certainly does. LeMagicians going to move it up to 7 rounds.
Yeah, that round, I mean, it wouldn't have made a difference, but their economy is going to start suffering a little bit from utility-wise. At least, I mean, it could have. It's one of those things where they just didn't need the head armor. They still don't need the head armor. I don't really know about the head armor buy. I don't know why the RGL, if that is the RGL calling that, or if it's just the players. You just don't need head armor as a CT. Let's be honest. It's a one-tappable thing from the AK. And they've got an AWP, so none of this really matters. It's all like, your head is exposed. So right now they're just wasting a lot of money, in my opinion. But I mean, so far, yeah, Magicians has been playing this really well with the aggressive plays and the good early picks.
Yeah, aggressive plays, early picks. It's questionable as to why Emrys is losing players so early into rounds. As we do see a slow start this time, not as much aggression as we usually see from this LeMagicians T side. Looks like we are going to see some form of setup towards mid here.
Crim the only player to really stop it if they do decide to dedicate to it, which it's looking likely. So it's coming in.
So it looks like we are going to see a B push, a split coming through vents. Lots to do here for Nimster.
Crim's got to win those.
Struggle here. Flug also needs to be getting a frag. And Emrys, you could say it's all falling apart for him at this point. Milky going to move around, and Tavish lying in wait for him if he continues to move in this direction towards the B site. Looks like he's probably just going to slowly make his way back there. Probably towards A. If he's wanting to save, it's going to be for the best, but Speed about to get ambushed here. Does hear them and needs to be very careful.
Yeah, not looking good for him at all.
But just as we say that, does manage to take a couple down. Speed picking up an AK-47. Exertion, you should not be winning that. And the guy's 11 HP. Swift headshot.
That's a great save, I want to note right there. They actually managed to pick up an AWP right at the end, but a player that was running at with a knife, which is I think he actually had a nade out, but I mean, they just managed to save an AWP. But for me, again, we got 4 players of head armor. This is so confusing to me. I mean, even I'm not saying anything bad about the players, but I mean, even you learn from an early stage in CS that, hey, AK doesn't matter if you have head armor, it's still going to kill you instantly, and they're still wasting the money on it. So I think if I'm the RGO, I've got to come back and I've got to talk to my players about the buys. Right now, not worth it.
Yeah, it's probably also worthwhile. It might be a signal that they're not paying too much attention to economy.
Yeah, which is not good because, I mean, they need the utility, especially against an aggressive team. They need those mollies, they need the nades, they need the smokes and flashes, and they're just unfortunately sacrificing that for something that they're never going to need to use, which is the head armor. Unless, obviously, they were in a really good position, which, let's be honest, they're not right now. They're 6 rounds down. Magicians are just really putting up the aggression right now against them, and it's not doing them any favors.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you think, you're coming against a side that's going to be so default into pistols, then yeah, sure. Head armor, perfect choice.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it makes sense for the T's to have it, and I don't know, for me this is just confusing. I hope this is something they address in future games, because right now it's not doing them any good for utility.
Crib, playing just the worst time. Milky going to find himself in a lot of smoke. Does manage to pick up 2. So, looking a little bit more positive this time for Emrys, as they also pick up one of the players who's lurking out on the B site. That being said, though, Pivot's not going to go down without a fight. One versus two. Planted in quite an open spot. There's a lot of places he can choose to sit if he wants to. Smoke about to fade on him. Great play from Pivot. Fantastic. Stuff like that is great to watch.
Yeah, so far the Magicians, like, I mean, let's be honest, they've just been superb to watch. They're playing CS phenomenally right now. Their economy's great. It doesn't really matter if they lose any rounds at the moment. I mean, they're going into the CT side with a lot of rounds. This round doesn't look any good for them. Again, 3 people with head armor. At this point, like you said, I think they've just stopped caring. I think at this point they're just buying when they need to buy. It's not looking good, but B side looks to be favoured towards Nimster here, and he does get one.
Yeah, almost really great from Nimster. Could have certainly took down 2 of them, and Emrys running with the pistols, having a little bit of success here. Throws the up over, and we're going to see 3 upgraded weapons now. And looks like we're going to see the T's call a pause already. So we'll be having a bit of freeze time after this round as we see the remaining 2 LeMagicians players push out onto the A side. Gonna be looking for those frags, and let's not count these guys out just yet. 2 versus 3, they've brought it to. That being said, Nelky hiding in the smoke.
It's unfortunate. Oh.
Go on,
Not
you
sure
can do this.
here. There we go.
Could get a look. Certainly will, and Exertion almost able to get the last one. Caruzi on 20 HP, he's got a lot to do here.
Great flash.
I think this is just going to be a little too tricky now for Speed. Crawling over to where Caruzi is going to get him. Does manage to pick up a kit, but it's going to be close. No, I think he's got this, definitely. So, 3-9 to LeMagicians. You know, Emrys not down and out just yet, but it's not looking too good for them.
Yeah, I think that's an understatement, to be honest. I mean, just in terms of the way their buys have been going, the way these rounds have just been steadily favouring, Magicians here. That pistol run was great by them. I don't want to count them out, obviously. We had some really good plays from, Nimster's CZ pick, getting the early info. For me, though, at the moment, it kind of still favours the T side. Their shots with the AK at the moment are amazing. Their economy's perfectly fine. They just need to close these rounds out against the CTs if they wish to climb the rounds. Speed in a really good position right now.
Yeah, certainly a really crazy start to this round. A lot going on in a lot of different places. And Tavish spots Nimster, and in turn is probably going to spot Tavish himself. His position's been given away. But we do see Exertion getting a pick onto the A site, and it's going to leave it quite open. Nimster just spotting push of Caruzi there.
Speed to do now, really.
Yeah, it's going to be a tricky one for Emrys if you can't pick this one up. Going to bring it to 10-3. Putting it also in the realms of, if this team's going to lose this T-side pistol, you could suggest as well it's going to be 3 rounds on the board. Doesn't have a smoke to shield the defuse. Going to throw a molly in. That's going to make it tricky. And I'd suggest he's probably going to go down here. Dies to the Molotov.
I mean, it's not looking good for the CTs right now. I think, however, if Emrys can pull the T pistol and get those early 3 to 4 rounds, they're in a really good chance of coming back here. They just need to try and win those T side pistols, and maybe even this round.
Should be interesting to see if Exurgent can get this early pick here. Milky possibly going to push through the smoke, but now he's going to go just below Shroud. And as that smoke fades, possibly opens himself up here. Dixie's going to spot it, but he's not going to be able to quite get it. And Milky, a couple of really important kills, and Pivot looking for more. As the rest of his team come and give support. Pivot is just having a great game at the moment. 15 and 6 for this guy.
Oh. Every T right now is just a shot they need to be hitting. It's against pistols, but still, it's impressive to watch. CTs, you can't take anything away from them. Their pistols so far have actually been there to most impressive rounds, I think.
One Pivot to get the other. Calls a lot into question there for the CT side. Maybe would have been worth if they, if they had the upgraded weapons, maybe worth saving. But and bit of a strange buy as well. Coming into round 15, it's going to be tricky for them if they go down here. This could be two really poor buys in the final two CT sides. You could argue it might have been better to maybe just save for the last round.
Yeah, Pivot so far, worth noting that he's had 2 3Ks on a 4K, really pulling out for Magicians right now, and he's going to have to probably do it again here for getting that control. He's their entry, I believe. I mean, he's entering into everything right now, so...
Well, complete mid-control at the moment for the Magicians. Oh, and that Molotov. Karuzi. With a fantastic Molotov. And Krim. It's about to get really difficult. They've not even picked up one T player. The money's going to be a little bit tricky. Just able to get one, but let's moved it through. Was that? No. I thought we had one more. Must be.
No, it's gone by quite quick. It's round 15. I just want to also make a comment. I mean, the way I've been looking at those rounds so far, I mean, for the CTs, it's been really confusing for me because just to comment on the head armor stuff, just to really touch on that real quick, it's surprising to me because I don't know what they were expecting the Ts to buy. For me, I think that's some bad economy reading. I mean, if they actually thought the Ts would be buying, like, say, for instance, pistols or SMGs for some reason, I can understand it. But let's be honest. I mean, if you can read their economy properly, you should know that no one's going to be buying those SMGs. They're not really doing that. You don't need that head armor. So at the moment, it's and by the way, I just want to say Emrys with a great execute right now into mid.
Just as you say that, though, one player going down. Going to be an interesting one as we do see Emrys walk onto the A site, and it's going to be a tricky one for the Magicians to retake, but superior aim could certainly win over, if they're going to continue the form. Big pistol round though. If Emrys are going to want any chance to get back into this game, I'd suggest this. They have to win this. This is must win. An Exertion. What are you doing? Exertion is just everywhere at the moment. Flings out the knife.
No.
Could certainly get this one. Doesn't quite manage to in the end.
Oh wow, Emrys with a really good hold on that site there. I probably wonder what they mean the knife coming out there at the end, just to try and get that little bit of a disrespect and I guess a little bit of a Reddit clip. I'm a bit worried about these the head armor buys from now on. I want to see if Magicians are going to buy head armor going forward, even when it's a rifle round. Right now they're doing it, which is understandable. You have those SMGs and Galils, so just hopefully they won't keep doing it throughout the next few rounds. We'll just have to see how they play. Good stuff out of Emrys though to hold.
And Krim going on a little mission of his own here.
So his plug, to be fair, as well.
Pivot in a really great spot here, and it should be at least game one. All of the T's completely looking in a completely different direction. But Dixie's has also got himself in a nice little position. Could potentially catch out Krim here. Decides to move and push it. Some great ideas coming through at the moment for the LeMagician side, but just not executing.
No one really checking heaven there, which is a bit of a misplay, I think. Tavish just getting a free pick onto site.
Yeah.
Not the bomb, however, so that's going to go down.
Yeah, a bit strange how Nimster there wanted to try and peek CT, but
Oh, great pick.
it's cost them a little bit of time. Allowed the CTs, a few extra seconds to rotate over.
Full health on both players as well, worth noting.
Yeah, Nimster's going to have to get one quite early on if they're going to have too much of a chance. Oh, but just as we say that, both Emrys players and a synchronized assassination, we'll call it.
That's a takedown. You got to think this round also favours Emrys. It's what I said a second ago as well. If they can win these first 3 rounds, they're in a good chance of coming back. You can never count teams out. We've seen bigger comebacks happen, so just have to see how they keep their composure on rival rounds. Hopefully they can translate them into some victories. And
Exertion.
Big on Nimster.
Yeah, hide. Back, face the side, doesn't though. And he's going to get taken down. May have been better for him to just put his face to the corner and allow them to push. And we're going to see Emrys coming in from the back now. You're going to get that A side, and the CTs could find themselves retaken here if they can just bring that bomb round. LeMagicians don't care though. They've got the bomb with them. Managing to pick up 2.
With a Glock as well, worth noting. That's a lot of money for him.
Well, Emrys making it 6-12.
That was a really strange round as well. The fact that Flood managed to pick up 3 kills there with a pistol, that's a lot of good money for him. He can buy utility, that AWP. I mean, that was good play, or I don't know what you'd really say. I think that was just a really good performance by him to get those 3 picks.
Well, they've won the pistol and the 2 rounds following. That being said, if Emrys are going to want to do something here, this is the round where it counts. This is the round where they're going to have to put the money where the mouth is, essentially. Flies coming out from both teams.
Yeah, we have got head armor on one of them, by the way, but that's smart, keep in mind, because they know that they're probably going to keep these SMGs. It is a wary buy, so good call by Carusi. Do you think they might be executing B this round? I think they might be. It's a lot of mollies and smokes.
Yeah, big advantage here for Emrys in terms of utility. That being said, does require you to be hitting the shots. What's for Dixis to do at the moment? Jeez, looking away, you have a player with you on site. What? Need to be aware of that,
That's a shame. Dixie with an amazing 3k, unfortunately not getting to pick up the AK-47 at the end, but yeah, the communication from the T's there, you've got to question it a little bit.
It's also the decision making about what's going to be your more imminent threat.
Yeah. Seeing some head armor on the side of CTs. I'm not sure if that's just because they're unsure of whether or not they're going to go against some pistols here, but head armor. Bit of a wary buy, like I mentioned, from the CTs, but they have got utilities, so they didn't completely spend their money on kits and head armor, so not completely bad. Now it's going to be kind of, well, it looks to be up to Dixie here on the B side to hold against this, possibly Exertion going big with this MP9. He will have to play aggressive if he gets mollied out, however, so...
Yeah, Emrys now looking like they are going to move on to site, and Diggs is completely flashed out, choosing to just sit up there. Krim gonna clear out the B site. Really important double for him there. And LeMagicians.
Barely winning that, by the way, in mid. Barely winning that against Carusi. 12 HP.
Maybe time to start mixing things up. Maybe change things around. Things clearly aren't working at the moment.
They are saving those 2 AWPs though, so I mean that is a great pick for them. Or a great call for them to just save those. That's some great weaponry heading into this next round. And they're really going to need it because their economy is going to be a little bit tight for some of their players. So good shot by these 2 players. Just got to hold on to them now till the end of the round.
It's a funny little stat.
Mm.
Milky has not flashed an enemy all game.
Great statistics provided by one of the best RDYUP casters you've ever seen. No flashes from Milky so far. No successful ones.
It's the importance.
The important strat. I mean, to be fair, no. I mean that does kind of translate, but you know,
It beats the ones from 2 days ago where we were talking about ping. So.
Hey, listen, all right. To be fair, you want to talk about ping again? Let's look at the Magicians side. I mean, none of them
ping
below,
report.
None of them below 75 right now, so it's a bit. Maybe that plays a factor in some of this, but I doubt it. I mean, they're playing really well, but
May also have something to do with the fact that either they are all or the core of them are from Israel. But...
Oh yeah, I mean they are playing a mixed team as well though. So I mean 2 of the players on 12 and 13 ping for Emrys at least, so benefits them a little bit, but I can't imagine that plays too much a factor.
Not a terrible ping. I think once it surpasses 90, it can start having a big effect. And Dixie is going to be counting his stars that he didn't get caught out.
Oh.
And Tavish is going to be the archangel here for Dixies. He's going to get caught out and pivot. He's going to be on his own. Manages to find Flug. And Karuzi could choose to push through the smoke at any time, and we'll find Nimster.
Oh no.
But Nimster's going to find him and pivot. Not able to connect either.
Oh, this is not what you want. It's not what you want. He can't be winning those. Such an unfortunate round there for Magicians. It looked like it's all about to go really well for them, and then just unfortunately not enough aggression, I think, against that last player. So unfortunate, but really well played there by Nimster. Great 1v2. These are the important rounds they needed, and they're taking them.
Flug missing what could be possibly quite an important pick there. Milky could find himself a little bit caught out here. Oh, early, starting to shoot just a little bit early, and could find himself with not enough ammo to clear both the players here. Does need to reload. Questionable why I wouldn't use some utility there. Does have a nade and a Molotov.
Yeah, that is a... And head armor. I'm going to keep comment on it because it is a problem. I mean, the head armor...
You'll trigger chat. Stop it.
Hey, listen, right? Chat's been mentioning it as well. It's one of those things where it's a bit questionable. But great pick by Grim, by the way, on Tavish. One of Magician's star players, I would probably say, so far of this map.
Statistics would prove it, as we do see Emrys now making a play onto the A site.
Oh no.
Starting to not go so well for Emrys.
But no utility for CT, so retaking this, they have to do it dry. Not looking good for them.
Oh, it's...
Oh, not like this, Milky, please. Oh, thank God. 1 HP clutch, but like, that nade is a bit... Oh.
I was just about to say this could be a great nade. Then he throws it himself.
I mean, to be fair, it was a good nade for Magicians, but I mean, it wasn't intended for them, so, you know, I mean, to be used against them, so... What a shame. But I mean, Nimster going really big here so far, actually, to be fair. All jokes aside, he's playing really well on this T side. 7-3 currently.
Yeah, looks like Karuzi's going to get completely covered with T's at the moment. Tavish also going to have to go big here if he wants to stop this push. And he's going to get caught out from two different sides. We do see more assault from LeMagicians coming up highway. Flash coming through. Flug just missing out there on pivot, as you saw just to the right of your screen. And definitely being risky here. Pivot.
No.
What?
Oh.
Okay.
Could
Valve.
we
Gavin.
that was a wow. Bit speechless, but I mean, saves the AWP either way. Pivot with an amazing shot. With
I think he needs to play the lottery.
Yeah, I think he is.
I think his numbers
there's more
could
of a
come
chance of
through.
winning that than doing that round again. To be fair, I mean, even saying that though, that last tee that was against him, switching to his Glock ran completely out of ammo. It's just one of those things where both players were just no ammo whatsoever and needed to switch those pistols.
That being said, really important round for LeMagicians, brings them up to 14 rounds. Does allow them also to regain a bit of a sort of a fair round in terms of weapons. We do see a FAMAS, but LeMagicians do have an AWP, and we don't see any AWPs coming out for the Emrys side. 5 AK-47, some utility being used. I guess if you are pointing out head armor.
Don't want to talk about it, mate. Did I just see a dink come through from an? I think it might have bounced off a wall. That was, or he had a CZ out.
Crim finding the player as he pushes through to vent, and Emrys here with a really good chance to push out onto the B site, and these LeMagicians players making really quick pushes, find the player through the smoke, not able to get that flick down, and going to be really risky if he wants to repeat this.
Tavish playing it really well, but he's on 19 HP. Not looking good.
Doesn't matter when you've got an AWP, I guess. Just needs to click.
The point and click adventures of
The point and
Tavish.
click adventure. Not able to complete the quest.
Yeah, failed right at the end. Final boss was a bit too OP. I think he needs to go back, grind some stats out there.
Get some better gear.
Yeah, get some better gear.
Repair his armor, that's what he needs to do.
Yeah, he had I mean, yeah, definitely. He took a lot of damage that one. He's got to go back and repair. Completely, this is just such a bad. This is probably should just stop this now. I mean,
Probably.
CTs though. I mean, again with the head armor, this is where it gets confusing for me. They
needs to
have
be careful
pistol.
here.
They don't need the head armor, but they're going to push anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Speed also needs to be on his toes. There's a couple of CT players now looking to come out around the back. Crim's going to get one fully flashed, and Speed is just going to get chipped away by Pivot.
Oh, nearly. Nearly to get a pick into mid.
Pivot though is just in these really cheeky hits. Going to see Cruzy last alive. A little bit like late on the peak. He's going to find that he is full flashed here. Milky, so lucky there not to find a CZ bullet to the head.
Yeah, good play by Magicians on the pistol, to be fair. I mean, chipping away some of the T's, but the T's managing to counter that really well as well. The economy, I should mention, on the T side right now is not looking the best. If they lose this round, it could look really bad for them, but they're on a roll so far, and it's against USPs. You can only imagine how this is really going to end up. Then again, if they can stack a site and call it properly, which is not looking likely at the moment, could be in with a chance of winning. But
Yeah, if Emrys can break out onto the A site quickly here.
oh, Plug in a great position. Not any shots right now, but the info.
Yeah, Milky to pick up them, but Carusi managed to pick up an op. Just going to take it out of the game though. Let's not give him that one back, he thinks. Oh, a little bit more ammo and he probably could have taken down another T player. Does take an op out of the game, but Flug, if he chooses to, can certainly rebuy that one.
mean, it was a good decision nonetheless, though. I mean, at the end of the day, it was.
He wasn't
you
going
know,
to survive.
just to make sure. No, yeah, just to make sure. It was to get rid of it and just make sure they don't. You can never really fully know the T's economy 100% of the time. So, yeah, good play so far. Though I'm a bit shocked at the comeback, but I did say it. You know, win those first 3 rounds, it'll look good. So far, they've actually gone on a really big roll. Magicians only managed to get 1 round on them so far, so not the best for Magicians right now. They need to clutch up.
Could see a play towards mid here. Dix is going to move into the vents, but
Krim's already in there. This is like watching a CT player hold. Well, I don't understand how he's gotten in here. It doesn't even look like tackle.
He's just sneaked his way through. But that being said, Emrys going to take complete mid control and pivot. Had to do a lot there and does go down.
Babish.
Carusi now remains last alive for this LeMagician side and could get picked up by Flug. Chooses not to push mid, and it looks like he's going to take a save. And we're also going to see a pause come out for the LeMagician side, who's given up a really massive lead here. Pretty sure they went onto the T side with 13 rounds. I'll just double check that. Off would be been 12. Looking at it, 2 rounds won while being CTs. We've seen bursts coming out from the Emrys side. 3 wins, followed by CT, followed by 3, followed by 1, and then we are currently on 3, and it looks like we're going to see that turn into 4. So Emrys now with some really great stats on this T side. That being said though, if Carusi wants to play for some picks here, could either find quite a few or a lot of angry T players. They were so close, but no one wanting to peek.
So far, this T side for Emrys has been great. They've been on a roll so far. I mean, they're on their 4th consecutive round now in a row. Emrys losing a player now, though. However, I'm not sure if that's
probably to do with the. Oh, actually, we say that. It was a CT pause. No doubt we won't see an on pause until that player returns.
worth talking through some of the little stats here for the CT. So far, the only player to really even break, I would say positive, but even is Pivot with some amazing plays as we've seen, not just on the T side, but so far on CTs he has been doing a lot of work for his team. Only player that's currently 9-9 breaking even. The rest of them, however, really not doing that great in terms of stats. That just shows how great the T's have been so far with their aggression, and not even just aggression, but just countering the Magicians side. Right now, Magicians has just got to play for the 15th round and hope to maybe secure their win streak of 4-0. If they lose this, it's their first loss in this division. So it wouldn't be the first time we've seen it, though.
Something a little bit strange here is there may be a player that I can't access because 9 gives me 8. Oh, it's working fine now. Never mind. I think it's because a player must have disconnected. A little bit of a panic.
10 rounds though that Emrys needed to win now, and to catch up back up to where LeMagicians were heading into this half. So they've done that. They've caught up to where Magicians were. Magicians only 1 round ahead, and it's not looking good for them this round either.
Yeah, in terms of rifles as well, questionable as to why you give that to Carusi. Naturally, maybe one of the better riflers on the team, but not having a good game at the moment.
Pivot, in my opinion. Throw it to him, let him make the plays.
Give it to Pivot, but it's going to be difficult for them to do anything anyway.
Krim in a really good position.
Yeah, we're going to see quite a split on the Magician's side. No mid control at the moment anyway. We do see Dix's moving towards A side at the moment. And Speed now might quickly realise that maybe it's free. Maybe his team can start pushing down middle and it'll be up to them where they want to go from there.
Second that they're going to get this mid control, they've smoked obviously, they're going to break vent. Interesting to see where the bomb will go, though. However, I mean, both sites currently have a good amount of CTs. Never mind, Flug's gonna get a pick onto A already. Carusi, unfortunately, getting picked off there. Only rifle with the aggression there. That's a bit questionable. Again, not a great decision, but now we're going to see an A execute, which is a smart play by the Emrys side.
Yeah, I think we're about to see Pivot get completely surrounded here. Dixie's going to push up from behind, but they're going to see this coming. Should get picked up by the speed. Look to your left, my dude. Does eventually.
Exertion with a good pick, though. I mean, there's going to be some money for the CTs a little bit. Knocking one of the T sides off their gun.
It's definitely the round, they want to be playing for exits in. Time to get some weapons, and I think Speed has possibly spotted the play.
This is really turned out to be
not what we expected.
Yeah, the closest game that I think we've casted this week. So, at least in terms of comebacks as well, to make it this even, this is the round CTs need. And again, with the head armor buy, I'm not going to stop hammering on about this. You do not need head armor as a CT this late into the game when the Ts have this much money. We'll see how it affects them. Smoking a nade, so they got the utility I guess they need. No
5 rounds won in a row so far.
Make it a 6.
12 rounds in total on the T side for Emrys Esports. Let's see if they can extend that. Just as we say that, Milky going down, and LeMagicians have a slight advantage here. Flug choosing to replace him in vents. And we are going to see.
Control, by the way, just to point that out.
Yeah, I think Emrys are getting quite wise to this now. They know, that the LeMagicians have got either no or weak mid. And it's definitely going to be up to them if they want to play this here. Tavish choosing to watch it with the AWP and does pick up speed.
Cruise with the info. Here we go. This is where Emrys needs to go big if they want to win this round. It does.
Really great stuff there. Does jump up onto red. Possibly a little risky, but does pay off. And the Magicians now got a lot to do. Pivot and Exertion.
The 2 players you do want on your CTs to try and do this. I don't
Yeah,
know if it's possible though.
If you want 2 players, it's these 2. So, a couple of players to contend with. 1 in A main and 1 on quad. Quad does go down though. That does leave A main, and all of a sudden looking really good for LeMagicians. Not quite looking the right way. Pivot though, going to be there to get that one traded out.
That was a complete roller coaster of a round. I mean, 1 minute you think the LeMagicians have the advantage, then they completely lose A control. Bomb goes down, it's a 2v3, and like we just mentioned, I mean, if you want any 2 players to try and do this comeback, it's Pivot and Exertion. 2 of the CT's best players right now, really showing their weight in gold. So,
well, we're going to move into the last round of the game. It's not often we've been able to say that so far, as we've seen quite a lot of our teams win by 2 rounds or more. And Krim. Oh, he's going to go out there looking for that lurk pick. He uses the smoke to his advantage and is able to survive the push of Exertion. Probably considering himself quite lucky he's able to play on in this round.
yeah, but it has dragged off one of the players from A, or even mid. So Dixie needs to make a choice whether he wants to rotate back or not. No noise on B just yet. This is a super slow round from both sides.
Yeah, we do see that mid control given up now by LeMagicians, and very split LeMagicians side, very pushed back as well, holding all of their sights from a really pushed back angle. Both players on A site are holding at the back of A, and we've got a player in Dixie's who's in mid. Not quite sure what he's doing. I think he's waiting to see if anyone wants to try and come through behind, but I think in this play he's going to be left a little bit of a spare part. needs to get ready to sort of push and help his team as these utility comes in. Certainly does, sets his way off, but Emrys, Krim with a fantastic play, really pushing his team onto the B site, and Tavish and Cruzy, you know, if they want the win, now's the time to show it. And Cruzy, Farmhouse in hand, probably going to be a little bit too tricky. Manages to get speed. Does dodge and alt, but goes down in the end.
Everyone's calling good half, which is confusing because
Probably
there is no OT.
probably never had a draw before. We are in a league scenario at the moment, remember, so we have points for winning, points for losing, and you do have a point for a draw. That being
I
said,
did want to point out there, by the way, that round, I really wanted to watch Exertion because that was important. He was in a really good position. Unfortunately, not able to get that ult pick. I think if he did, that round would have swayed in favor of Magicians. But yeah, good game by both teams. Emrys doing a fantastic job to tie that game up, and now Magicians technically not on a complete win streak anymore. They have tied up, so can't completely throw them off. They haven't got a loss, so nothing to be completely disappointed with. Just something to note going forward.
yeah, Emrys with a really strong in that second half of that game, and it's just going to be a case of just going back and just watching the first half and just paying attention to the mistakes they've made, and if they can fix that, there's potentiality of a really good side there. And I think it's just going to be a case of just watching these teams as we move throughout the tournament, see how far they can get. Would be great to see either of them, if they do manage to, with the games that they've got remaining, do manage to get themselves into the playoffs. As we are coming quiet now, close to the end, we've got the final date set for all league games, so should come thick and fast. That being said, that's going to end it up for us today in terms of casting. We are going to do some tomorrow because we do have some great games lined up for tomorrow. So we may do a little bit of prep work tonight for the games tomorrow. We are not going to cast the final game of the day. Keep your eye on Discord if you do want to watch that one. I'm sure GOTV links will fly up. Unfortunately, like I said, we are not casting it. That being said, we do all hope to see you all on here tomorrow, where we will most likely be casting. I think we are at the moment looking at the Aerox game and maybe one other. If you have any recommendations for us, hit us up on Twitter. Links are on the screen, and any links if you want to get in touch with RDYUP are just below the video. Other than that, thank you very much for watching.